football friends, to another edition of Smarknado. I'm your host, Eric Druckman. With me, as always, the dirty Danaconda, Dan Sesnit, representing the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Hurts me to say that.
Go Birds.
True. We're here talking football. No wrestling's on the back burner today. We talk a lot of wrestling, so we need to get this out of our system. Joining me and Dan today, you guys all know Joe.
Hey, everybody. Representing the defending 1995 Super Bowl Cowboys.
Okay. All right. And then we have Drew.
What's up?
And returning to our show, Mike. I believe he was on the show last time when we had the wrestling draft
episode.
We had some very grandiose plans for that never really happened. But we're glad that we got you back. Mike, how you doing, man?
Good. Go Niners.
All right. Ooh. And then finally, making his epic debut to Smarknado. Please, everybody, welcome the man known as Cheddar Jack, Colby Kendall. Colby, what's good, man?
How's it going, everybody? Go Bucks, baby.
All right. So, guys, let's get right into it. First, we want to let's just go through the divisions, talk about the division winners, give a little background on it. If you want to throw in some stats, you're more than welcome. If you just want to kind of talk out of your ass, that's welcome too. So let's start with the NFC East, which I feel is represented the most here by the people that are on this podcast. And I feel like it might be a pretty obvious choice. So Dan, how about you do the honors by going with who you feel is going to win this division?
It's hard for me to pat my own team on the back as I've gone through years of suffering. But this year, despite the fact that there's never back-to-back champions in the NFC East, I will say that the Eagles are still the best team in that division. Washington might give them a run, but I don't see the Eagles not winning the division.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with you there too. I went with the Eagles. I think that there's certainly a chance that the Commanders could squeak out more wins. Ultimately, when it comes down to the two teams, I still think the Eagles are the strongest, but they're the safe bet, and that's what I'm going to go with. Joe, what do you think?
I was going to put the Eagles, but I told Dan I could only root for them during the Super Bowl. I can't do more than that. It was nice while it lasted. I felt like a winner for once. So I'll play devil's advocate. I'll say Washington.
I like it. Colby.
I went with the Eagles as well. It's a pretty easy division right now. Commanders, I think, are going to take a step back this year. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year.
They added some talent, though.
Yeah, but I just think Daniels is going to struggle a little bit more now that they got a lot more tape on him, know what he likes to do. It's pretty common with most of these quarterbacks. So,
I mean, to a degree, you saw it happen with Stroud last
year.
Yeah,
but the way Daniels plays with the playmaking and the legs and extending plays and stuff, you can't prepare for that. There's no tape you're watching that can mimic what he does on a given play, doing some wild fair. Shit. And it's just that, and I think he's more comfortable. His receiving core is better, and Deebo Samuel, I don't know. I just think that the offensive line is better, the defense is better. Bobby Wagner's in the center of that defense. People forgot about that. He's even still in the league. He's the ownership is good now. The whole organization from top to bottom is just on vibes.
You think it's better organizationally than Philadelphia?
No. Oh, okay. No. Philadelphia is one of the best organizations in the league, but compared to what Washington was with Dan Snyder and stuff, the team's completely different.
Do you think they're better than the Cowboys?
Yes. The Commanders? Yes.
Do you think they have a better owner too?
Yes.
Okay. Same here. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. That's fair. But I just think. I still think Philly's going to win the division. It's just that Washington's a real squad. It might come down to a week 17 kind of thing.
I think they play late.
That's totally fair, Mike.
Where it's like you're playing the game for the division and to have a home playoff game versus going on the road against somebody decent. That's what I think.
Absolutely, Mike. Who do you?
As much as I hate to say this, I think the Dallas Cowboys take the East this year.
Whoa.
Sorry, I gagged a little bit.
I think the Commanders take a step back. I do like the Giants as a sleeper, like maybe a wild card sleeper, and I'm just superstitious. I believe in the Madden curse. I think Philly somehow falls off this year.
Wait, can I ask a quick question? Were we supposed to say the reverse order, or were we supposed to say Sorry.
Yeah,
No.
I actually do want to digest that from Mike.
I'm mind boggled because he's got the Eagles finishing last in the division.
No. I don't have them finishing last. I just
Okay.
Taking a step back. So
yeah.
what I want to know here is, when I'm looking at the Cowboys, I think that their defense has become pretty weak, especially if they're going to lose Micah Parsons. And then also, I think that the running back situation, it's only going to be saved by the fact that they have a good offensive line. Do you think like the receiving weapons that they have now and Dak being fully healthy is the reason why you think that they're going to win this division?
I view them sort of like the NFC version of the Cincinnati Bengals, where you have two number one receivers in my mind on both sides of the ball. You got a quarterback who puts up good numbers every year. Even with a subpar run game, I feel like they could be effective.
I'll also say about the NFC East, it seems like whenever everyone thinks it's figured out, it's like the next year, all of a sudden it looks way different every year.
It gets turned on its head, and it was evident last year with the Commanders.
Also, rarely does a team repeat win that division.
Yeah.
So
I think if there's any team to repeat, it's Philly. Like they're just so much organizationally better than everybody else.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat the shit. They're gonna beat the shit out of Dallas on Thursday night, on opening night. They're gonna beat the shit out of them.
For sure.
Dallas has no defense at all. Mike ain't practiced all fucking preseason. Trayvon Diggs has been holding out, like not practice. It's like, what are we doing? They got mad controversy right now. Jerry's looking bad. It's just the whole thing looks sloppy as fuck. Like the Cowboys are in for.
That seems to be when the Cowboys thrive, though, is when there's all that chaos.
Where have they thrived in the last 25 years?
So here's the thing.
Well, not in the last 25 years.
They've won the division a few years. I'm not saying in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to go anywhere, but
here's the thing. The
Cowboys, that's what I'm saying. The Cowboys are going to be mediocre enough to not make noise in the playoffs if they get there, but they're going to beat Philly for the division. That's how far Philly's going to fall off.
I'm not saying that.
We'll see.
All right.
I'm just playing devil's advocate for Mike here because I mean I can see what he's saying because the NFC East is like I feel like the most unpredictable division out of like all of them every year. Like I feel like there's never really, except the Eagles the last few years, but the Eagles weren't ever like, I mean, a favorite to win anything ever. So, till recently.
Yeah, I think, a lot of times the division winner isn't even necessarily the best team in the division. So, yeah, I think
things happen, injuries happen.
Mm-hmm. And I think that Saquon going down is entirely in the realm of possibility with the workload that he got last year.
If they try and overuse him, if they try and use him like they used him last year, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think that they're smart enough to realize as an organization that everybody that's done that the next year has fallen off. Like everybody knows that. That's not hidden information. So are they smart enough to work around that? We'll see.
We shall see. All right. So moving on here, we're going to talk about from the NFC East to the NFC West. And let's start with our representative of the NFC West, Mike.
All right. Again, I hate to say this, but I have the Rams winning the division this year. I think the 49ers are really weak. We don't have any depth at all. Seattle, they'll be decent, I think, but Sam Darnold, I just don't believe in him when all the chips are on the table. And the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, fades around November, December. It's just inevitable.
Yeah, man. I'll piggyback off of that too. I have the Rams also, and yeah, I feel like they're kind of the more stable team, even though this stuff at the beginning of the season with Stafford might be a little bit concerning. I still think if they like threw Jimmy G in that situation around a good team, he's going to do just good enough. So I think that they're going to win that division. I think that the Niners, like you said, they have lost pieces on defense, and offensive weapons are a little bit limited with Ayuk and the whole uncertainty with Juwan Jennings. I don't really see them in the mix so much. And Seattle, like you said, Darnold, he is someone that I think is going to be a little bit lost without the Vikings coaching staff.
And Vikings receivers,
yeah, right, and it's more like the receivers that he has. It's not like the downfield threats that he had in Minnesota. It's guys that usually work out of the slot, so it's going to be a little bit different. The Cardinals are just the Cardinals. I feel like they're just kind of the same every single year. So, all right, Drew, who do you got?
The Rams.
All right.
I mean, McVay, Stafford, Puka. That defense is another year older. Like rookies, the two rookies, D linemen that were really nice. Verse and the other guy, I forget what his name is. And now sophomores, like they drafted more defense. Just give me McVay. Like I'm just with the Rams.
Safe bet right there. Colby.
I actually went with the Cardinals this year.
Oh, is this kind of like a surprise team?
Yeah, I kind of think Kyle Murray's going to put it together. Try to say if he stays healthy, I think this team could be pretty good this year. I know the division's a little weird this year with San Francisco all,
Yeah, I know you're a big
like what he said. And I'm not a big believer in Purdy that he's going to, he's going to have to light it up in order for that team to be really good. Stafford, I'm not a big Stafford guy either, personally. I think he's extremely injury prone. One injury away. I mean, Kyler's the same way, though. So it's a tough division to really pick someone to light it up. I mean, every team has some good weapons on it. It's a tough division for sure.
Now, Joe, who you got?
So, I mean, my heart's telling me the Rams, but this is Smarknado where anything can happen. So I'm going to go with Seattle because I think they've fixed up their line, which is kind of an issue. They want to run the ball. They have two good running backs who are running good behind a not good line last year. They made an effort to make the line better. Zay, whatever his last name, Grable or whatever his last name is, looked pretty good in the offseason.
Yeah, the guard, right?
So, yep. Darnold just needs to be a bus driver. You got Jackson, Smith, and Jigba coming back. You have Kupp, who I think still has a little bit in the tank, especially if he's basically like the number 2. Mm-hmm. Tight ends looking good. Yeah, tight ends looking good. They have Barner as another tight end to block. So I think they're going to run the ball, and that'll free up Darnold. I think their defense was showing signs of being good last year, and they improved. So maybe I'll have egg on my face, but I'm going to go with Seattle.
Dan.
Rams are the easy choice. I'm picking San Francisco in a surprise, mostly because my wife would kill me if I didn't pick them.
I didn't realize Brittany was a Niners fan.
Yeah, her and her dad both. She grew up with them, so she's a 49ers fan, big time. And I'm just going with them for, I like Purdy. I was not sold on him, but I do like him. I think he's a really good, solid player, and I think he wins games.
He does. He's the best mystery irrelevant there ever was, also.
And ever will be, likely.
Never will be, yeah. All right, let's take it down to the NFC South. Colby, how about you start this one off?
Well, I'm a big Bucs fan, so I'm going to go with the Bucs, of course. It's their division to lose at this point. They won it the last, 4 or 5 years, something like that at this point. So I mean, they're an easy pick. Baker's been rolling. I think they'll just be better with the additions they made this year. Their defense should be a little better, and I think they're hungry to win. I think they're the most hungry team in that division. I think Atlanta could give them problems, but I don't think they're going to pull it together.
It's really a 2-team division.
Yeah, I don't really see the Saints or the Panthers like killing it this year. I can
I
see them
think
being a little
Carolina's
better.
going to be a little. I think Carolina's going to be a little more peskier than you think, but not enough to make noise.
I mean, Panthers always play the Bucks pretty tough, honestly. But
it is the Bucks division to lose for sure.
Yeah, I just don't see. Looking at the schedules and stuff, I think Tampa definitely has the easiest path at this point, especially with them already have won it. I think last year they had some tough games they lost that they could have easily won, and I think they're going to win those games this year.
For sure. Mike, who do you have?
I have Atlanta. I think Carolina is going to be really good this year too, but Atlanta was really killing it last year until Kirk Cousins started doing Kirk Cousins shit. I think with a year with a good quarterback like Michael Penix, I think they're going to be able to make noise. I think the Bucks should be decent too, but them losing Liam Cohen I think is going to hurt them a little bit, and I think we'll see that early.
Interesting. Those are things that I've been thinking about too. Whether is Cohen going to be great outside the Bucs system, or are the Bucs going to be okay without Liam Cohen? It's going to be interesting to see. It might be good either way. Joe, who you got?
Bucs. Next question.
All right. I have the Bucs too, for all the reasons that have been said, plus the addition of Emeka Egbuka, I think is really gonna it's gonna spark their offense even more. Dan, who you got?
Bucks. Pretty obvious. All the reasons you guys said.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add? I hope the Saints do that whole suck for luck kind of thing and just tank and cause Arch Manning to declare early.
Arch Manning is what? Just because Archie played for the Saints?
Yes. If the Browns have the first pick, he's going to stay. If the Saints have the first pick, he's going to declare.
I think it's going to be the Colts. And like,
you think the Colts are going to have the worst record?
Possibly. They got Daniel Jones. They can do it, bro.
Danny Dimes, he'll win a game or two. He'll win a game or two. The Saints are a mess.
Yeah. Drew, who you got?
I mean, I feel like it's like just a race to the bottom. I got to go with the Colts.
Wait, no.
Was that not the right division?
No,
I was looking at my
NFC
phone. I didn't even know. I heard somebody say something before. I thought it was AFC
That's
South.
bad funny, though. We were still talking about
I'm
NFC
taking
South.
a shot.
You said the Bucks?
What's that?
Bucks for NFC South, Drew?
Oh, yeah. I agreed with Colby before.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, that's why I was
right.
not paying attention. My bad.
All right, let's just wrap up the NFC. NFC North. I'll go first. I'm going to go with the Lions. I think that last year the Vikings, yeah, they did win it. I think the Lions are just going to have an extra big chip on their shoulder this year, and I think they're going to come away with it. You know, they're essentially the same team they were, but they're just going to be hungrier. That is. Dan, who do you have?
I was gonna say Green Bay, but for other reasons, I'm gonna go with the Lions. Even though I
stick to Green Bay.
Yeah, I got Green Bay as well.
Me too.
I'm gonna say Lions just because they are basically the same team, and I like their mentality. I think that they're a tough team. I think they win the division.
I don't think they're the same team because they lost both the coordinators that were both really good. And I think
that's true.
Chicago is unstable with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. I feel like that thing could like blow up, honestly. And then you have the Vikings, who I don't trust McCarthy at all. I don't think the Vikings trust McCarthy.
You don't trust him at all?
No, I think the Vikings offered Darnold like some good ass money. It's just he went with the better money in Seattle. Like they were willing to try to pay a decent amount of cash to keep him. Like, what does that tell you? They you know what I mean? They don't really show McCarthy off like a lot. It's just I don't know. I just think Green Bay is just stable as fuck. We know everything they do. Jordan Love's healthy. I just feel like they're just even keel. They're just gonna ride the fucking wave.
I think
right?
Detroit's mentality comes from the head coach, though, and the head coach is still there.
That's fair.
So
that's not a bad point.
You know, like I do think that they're gonna step off a little bit. I just think they're still the better team than Green Bay.
I just think Green Bay's really had no changes, and everybody else in the division is having a lot of changes. So like I kind of just like the stability there, and they're a rock solid organization.
They do. They know what they're doing over there for sure.
Right.
I think it's a truly interesting division because if Chicago figures it out, they could still be a threat. They have weapons.
They can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think on paper they're really good, but they're the Bears.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to win the division, but I think they can make noise. I think Caleb's still a very good quarterback, and Ben Johnson is a good offensive mind. And if it clicks, they could cause some problems. I think it's a tough division to call, but Detroit is still the alpha of that division.
Joe.
I mean, my heart tells me Detroit, but I'm going to go with Minnesota. I think they still have a good defense. It hurts that Addison's going to be out for 4 weeks, but I think McCarthy's going to actually surprise some people. And when you have, arguably the best wide receiver in the league, just eating up catches, I think they'll do all right. And I think I'm blanking on his name. I'm sorry, they're tight. Hawkinson. He'll be a year better from his injury. And I mean, before he got injured, he was arguably just behind like Kelsey and Kittle, maybe.
They're definitely top 7.
They're definitely going to have to rely on him a lot with all the injuries they have on offense right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be JJ and Hawk and Aaron Jones and
as of today, Thielen too.
Yeah, Thielen's back. I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of hard to think. How old is he now? Like 36, 37?
Yeah, he's like as old as us.
Yeah, it's hard to think like he's going to come in there and dominate. Like it's not the old Thielen,
No.
But I mean, I think Jordan
he'll definitely
will do some things.
He'll definitely keep the eyes off of Justin Jefferson, though, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't leave him. You can't leave Thielen wide open. I mean, we've seen that in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Played well there.
He can be really streaky, also.
Yeah, for sure.
Finally,
runs great routes.
Yeah, I got the Vikings as well. I think they filled their roster out very well in the offseason. They don't really have any weaknesses anywhere other than J.J. McCarthy. And I think Kevin O'Connell's an excellent offensive mind. He moved on from Sam Darnold for a reason. He knows something about J.J. that we don't. And not to mention they added Jordan Mason, who led the league in rushing for a significant part of the year last year.
Mm-hmm.
They're deep everywhere. So, yeah, I like the Vikings.
I think we all made pretty compelling cases for all 3 of those teams. And none of us picked the Bears. So good on us.
Hard to ever pick the Bears.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to the AFC North. I'll start it off. I think it's going to be the Ravens. I just don't see the Steelers as very stable with Aaron Rodgers. I think that once again, the Bengals just have a shit defense. And if anything, they lost more on their defense in the offseason than gained. And then you have the Browns, who are the Browns. So I think that this is the Ravens' division to lose. And it's just going to be kind of smooth sailing for them for the most part. Joe, who do you have?
So I'm going to pick the Ravens, and I don't know why that sounded like that was a hard choice for me. I actually like the Ravens. If I didn't have I have such a toxic relationship with the Cowboys, where like, we're a thing, but it's like that meme. I'm always kind of looking back over my shoulder at the Ravens and wish I was a Ravens fan and like all the Ravens players, but I'm stuck with the Cowboys, even though I don't want to be with them. It's not very nice to me. But I'm picking Baltimore, like no questions asked. They're fun to watch. Lamar Jackson is my favorite player right now. I mean, if it wasn't for the Cowboys, if I was a new fan, all of a sudden the Ravens would be my team.
Hell yeah. We going 3 for 3. Mike, who do you have?
Same as you guys, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, and nothing else needs to be said.
Yeah, he's a dog. Colby?
I got the Bengals this year.
Wow. Big surprise.
What are they going to score 70 points every game?
Yeah, I know.
They might.
Like, I love all of those players.
Yes, they might, because I'm following up here. I have the Bengals as well.
Wow.
I think they can put it together this year. I think Joe Burrow is a great quarterback. I think he's ready to,
none of the concerns though are on offense. I think that they're so set on offense, but that defense is just so fucking bad. So like,
if that defense plays average, Joe Burrow will keep them in every game.
100%.
Fair.
And these guys all are paid now. I mean, I think they're ready to make the next turn. I don't think they'll put the Ravens in the playoffs if they do meet, but I think they could make this.
The Ravens are a tough out, but I think it's the Bengals' year for that division.
Yeah, but the Bengals are like that person who does only, arms and chest and back, and they're all big up here, and they neglect legs completely, and then they just they just crash because they can't hold themselves up because they're not a full. Like, it's just not going to happen. That defense is atrocious, and they didn't do enough, if anything, to really help it. I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah, they lost Sam Hubbard, and then they pussyfooted around Trey Hendrickson with his contract. Drew, who do you have?
The Ravens.
All right. Figured we'd win that 4-2. All right, AFC South. Let's start with Drew. Drew, who do you have? I think we already know this.
Yeah, the Colts.
Yeah.
Danny Dimes. No, I don't know. That division is just so horrible. You can't trust Jacksonville. Houston can't block anybody on all that. The worst offensive line, and you just gotta. The Titans are terrible. Like, they're gonna be behind every game. So
yeah,
it is what it is. By default, the Colts.
That's fair. Colby, who do you have?
I got the Texans. I think Stroud's going to play really well this year.
Okay.
I think they're going to pull it out. That's awful division. I think they'll probably win like 8 or 9 games and probably win it.
I think he's going to be passing the ball a lot, and I think a lot of it has to do with how bad that offensive line is. I think that their run game is going to be really hard, especially with Joe Mixon being out. Yeah, that's I don't hate that pick actually. Mike, who do you have?
I have Jacksonville. I got a Trevor Lawrence resurgence this year. And I don't know. I just like the addition of Travis Hunter with Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
I think that will be explosive. I think Liam Cohen will draw up some shit, get them going. And I think the defense is pretty decent. So that's one.
Well, yeah, man. I am going to go with Jacksonville also. I think that Liam Cohen being there, like you said, I think is going to give a lot more direction to the offense. I thought Trevor Lawrence resurgence was pretty funny though, because like I haven't really seen him be anything like in a top 10 quarterback type of
It's just a surgence. It's not a resurgence.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a surgence. Yeah, definitely. But I can see it happening. And yeah, Hunter and Thomas opposite of each other is pretty fucking scary. And I think somebody's gonna emerge out of that backfield. Obviously they like Tootin. They that organization, this current regime drafted Tootin, so I have high hopes for him. Maybe we'll see something from him. But yeah, I kind of like them this year in a really shit division. Joe, did we go with you yet?
No, not yet. I'm picking Houston. I actually think they did improve their line. They got Ursery. They got Cam Robinson, free agency. I think Titus Howard, wasn't he injured last year? He's back, so I think that's going to help their line. I like Nico Collins and Jaden Higgins on the outside with Christian Kirk playing in the slot. I don't think Nick Chubb's what he used to be. I think we'll hold it down a bit in the until whatever's going on with Mixon happens. Then I think they're really going to shine in the second half, so long as there's no injuries. And they got a defensive coach. They got pieces on defense, So I like their secondary. So I think Houston's going to be back to where they were 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
I just need Mixon back for fantasy, man. I just need Mixon back. Prayers.
I see C.J. Stroud playing really well again this year. I think he had a little bit of the sophomore slump, and he's going to be, what we remembered him from his first season.
Yeah. He's even got a new nice little receiving back there in Woody Marks. So I could
maybe they'll use Damian Pierce properly while Mixon's out. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
He's only like 22 years old too, which is even more insane. 23. Yeah, CJ Stroud.
Wild.
He's like one of the youngest quarterbacks in the NFL.
Dan, who you got?
I got Jacksonville too, man. I think they're the shiny new toy. Mm-hmm. I think they got a lot of things. I'm excited to see what Travis Hunter does, and I'm an AEW mark, so let's go Jacksonville.
Yeah. Got to make Tony happy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the AFC East. Colby, how about you start it off?
The AFC East?
Yep.
That's an easy one. You got to go with the Bills. It's theirs to lose, kind of like the Bucs. You look at all the other teams, and they're just kind of like, I don't know. You don't know what the hell they're doing over there, honestly. I don't think the Patriots are going to be very good. I know a lot of people are a little higher on them, but I don't think they're going to be very good, personally. I don't trust the Jets organization at all. I don't think they're going to be good. And then you got, Miami, who, they could make a run for it, but they're one bad sack away from losing their quarterback for the whole season, so it makes it tough.
You know what really bothers me about Miami is they didn't even add a competent backup quarterback in the offseason. And I just couldn't get over that. Like, how do you not add security for a guy that, has had such a severe concussion history?
And they don't really do anything about the line that lets him get smashed like that all the time.
Yeah.
So, it's just, you look at them and it's like they got some good weapons and stuff, but at the same time, you're like, oh, it's Miami.
Nachan being out to start the year too isn't.
Yeah, it's not a good way to start your season with one of your best weapons on the bench.
Yeah. Mike, who do you have?
I got Buffalo. I don't really need to elaborate.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. I do think the Patriots will be maybe a wild card team, but they're not going to win the division. So, yeah, Buffalo.
I agree with that, too. I think that the Patriots are going to surprise people, but definitely not win the division. Joe, who do you have?
So, in the words of the intelligent and wonderful Will Smith, who once said, party in the city where the heat is on, in reference to Miami. I'm going to go with the Bills, where the party in the city where you have to turn the heat on because it's so cold over in Buffalo. I do think Miami's going to be better this year, but they're very volatile. They tend to get a lot of injuries. I think they have that fast-paced offense that actually wears them down by the end of the season, and they always cave. I think the Patriots are garbage. I don't think Diggs is the player he used to be, or that he's back fully from an injury. It takes longer than one offseason to get back from that type of injury. Matt Collins is just going to be blocking all day and catching 0 passes. They got nothing other than running. So, and I don't think their defense is there yet. And the Jets, I think the Jets might surprise a few people, but I don't think they're going to go. They might be lucky to get 8 wins. I think Fields will play better than people expect. I think their running game is going to be good. They have Wilson, who's good. Their defense will take a step forward, but I don't think they're going to be a match. I think it's going to be the Bills' division to
yeah.
lose.
I'm going to go with the Bills too. All the reasons that have been said. And again, I think the Jets are absolute dog shit. I don't think Fields is going to do great at all. I think Tyrod Taylor is probably going to be starting by the end of the year. I really don't see anything in Fields. I think the only thing that could possibly save him is the chemistry that he had with Garrett Wilson when they played at Ohio State together. But I don't really have that much stock in it. And I already said what I said about the Patriots, the Dolphins. Yeah, it's the Bills division. Dan, who do you have?
Buffalo. Yeah, that's it.
We got a full sweep, Drew.
I think this is the first time.
All right.
Full sweep.
I think this is the first division we've all agreed on.
I think so too.
I think
Miami
we'll all look
might
back and be like, we're geniuses too.
Miami might be 2, and Miami might win twice. They're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
They lost a lot on defense also.
They're just
A couple
awful.
of years. Yeah. Jalen Wright sucks, unfortunately. I thought he was going to be okay. Drew, how about you start off with your division, the AFC West, and that's going to be our last division.
Broncos, let's go. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Those are some really high hopes right there.
They bought the tickets already? The team bought the tickets to be in the stands for the Super Bowl? That's nice. That's cool.
That's way too much money. But I think we're solid. I think we're just good, man. Our defense is nasty. It's only gotten better. We added so many good play pieces this offseason, like coaching cohesion, Sean Perry, Bo next year too. Like receivers are a little weak, but like, whatever. We'll get somebody eventually. But it's like
I think someone's going to break out. I think RJ Harvey is just a great addition to that offense. Would have liked it to be Travion Henderson, but. Yeah, I think Cortland Sutton is still pretty good. I think that the addition of Evan Engram is going to really help them out a lot too. He's going to be a mismatch problem because he essentially plays wide receiver as a tight end. I like the Broncos a lot. I think that the Chiefs could always squeak by though because they're the Chiefs. And Raiders, Chargers, certainly there's a chance there. But the Raiders, I think Pete's going to have a little bit of a tough time his first year. What do you think, Dan?
I got the Chargers.
I like that.
I got the Chargers. I love the Broncos for all the reasons that Drew said. I do, but I just think that I love Justin Herbert. I think Harbaugh is a really good coach. I like Hampton. I think that they're going to win.
Like it, man. I like it. I certainly hope that they do really well. I have a lot of stock in a bunch of those players on my dynasty teams. Mike, who do you have?
I like Denver a lot, like the rest of you guys, but my brain just tells me Kansas City. I feel like they got better just like every other team in that division did, and Pat Mahomes is just a level above everybody else.
Did they add anyone on offense?
No playmakers. They did add a lot of offensive line.
Okay. Oh, well, that's great then. I'm interested to see how Pacheco is going to perform at full health. Maybe a bounce back season. Who knows? Colby, who do you have?
I got the Chiefs.
I like the parody.
I like. I think Mahomes is going to go crazy this year for some reason.
I hope so.
They're just so solid. It's hard to bet against them.
Travis Kelce's very distracted these days.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
It's going to open it up for Xavier Worthy, though. I think he could have a really big season. Maybe I'll talk about
I think Xavier Worthy is going to have a great season.
And Joe, I think that's who we have left.
I'm torn between the Chiefs and the Broncos. I hate to say that, and I don't even want to look at Drew's face, so I'm not even going to look at the screen right now. But I think it's going to come down to this. I think the Broncos and the Chiefs will have the same record going into Week 17. The stars are going to align. It's Christmas Day. Taylor and Travis Kelce are going to have their wedding that day, so it's televised. And the Broncos will beat the Chiefs without Travis Kelce on the 25th to be one game ahead of them, and they will take the division. Made for TV movie.
Makes me almost feel like the NFL is rigged.
No, because if the NFL was rigged, the Eagles wouldn't have dog walked the Chiefs last year in the Super Bowl.
That's true. That's
No,
true.
if it was rigged, Jerry Jones would have bought a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Son of a bitch, Jerry Jones.
If it was rigged, they wouldn't suspend Tom Brady 4 games and have him win the Super Bowl that year despite that.
For real.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, let's move on to more of our fantasy mindset right now. Let's start with our QB1 for the year. Who do we have as our QB1? Drew, how about you start off?
I mean, Josh Allen's probably the obvious answer, but I don't have any shares of Josh Allen in any league that I play him. So I'm hoping that it's Jaden Daniels. But that's why I have a lot of shares of. But I think it's Jaden Daniels for all the reasons I said during why I liked Washington in the first place.
Like it. Does anyone else have Jaden Daniels? Okay. Colby, who do you have?
I got Joe Burrow. I think they're going to sling the rock over with the Bengals, and he's going to go crazy this year, personally.
I love that pick, and that's who I have too.
I also have Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals are just offensively just going to be the best team.
I agree.
In the NFL this year. I think they're going to put it all together, and Joe Burrow is going to have one of those seasons that, he has. I mean, if he played as well as he did at the end of the year for a whole season, his numbers would have been insane last year.
Agreed. Yeah, I just see a lot of touchdowns from him. Joe.
Yards.
Yeah, I'm going with Burrow. They don't have a good enough defense, so they're gonna be slinging it around. I think if the Ravens weren't such a complete team and a good team, I would go with Lamar. But I think they're gonna be up on teams a lot this year. So, and same with the Bills. So I think it's gonna be Burrow slinging it from behind.
I like it, Mike. Do we have Burrow?
We do not. I have Lamar Jackson. I think
Great pick.
Just the running aspect to his fantasy game as well. It's just hard for other quarterbacks to compete with that, and he does it at such a high level. And the Ravens have no problem like dumping 49 points on people and not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He was the QB1 last year, even though he didn't win MVP. So, I mean, he's done it a bunch of times, and I think he's probably a safer pick to say even than Josh Allen. All right, moving on to our RB1. Mike, how about you pick it back up? Start this off.
All right. Well, the default answer I think this year is Bijan Robinson, but I hate that. So I'm just going to be a homer with this one pick and go CMC. I haven't heard anything bad this offseason. We have absolutely no receivers besides George Kittle right now, and he should get a ton of volume.
You don't have much faith in Pearsall?
Pearsall, he's a number 2. He's not a number 1. We'll just put it at that.
Okay. Totally fair. Does anyone else have CMC? All right. Well, I have what Mike said is the obvious choice of Bijan Robinson. Bijan, as we all learned this offseason. I don't know if y'all were privy to that. But yeah, he's a beast. And I think that he's going to eat in that offense. I feel like he's in a much more stable like QB situation than years prior. And yeah, he's great catching the football too. So he's got that upside. And yeah, I love Bijan. Anyone else have Bijan? No? Wow. Okay. Does anyone have Saquon?
No.
Okay. All right. Joe, who do you have?
I'm actually going to go with Genty. I think like the Raiders aren't going to be like winning a lot of games, but I think they're just going to feed him the ball because, yeah, they got Gino, but he's, bus driver, and Myers now wants a trade, so they're bringing back Amari Cooper, who whatever. they got a bunch of rookie receivers. So really, it's just going to be Bowers, and then they need someone else. I think they're just going to run
Betch.
a lot with.
It's going to be Jack Betch.
I think they're going to run a lot with Genty.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone have Genty?
And Pete Carroll loves a running back. I mean, like Pete Carroll, Genty's going to be his Marshawn Lynch.
I think Gibbs is going to take it this year, personally.
Again,
Yeah. Me too.
I think he's going to get a little more volume this year too.
Start phasing out David Montgomery a little bit more.
I don't know. In the red zone, I think Montgomery's still the guy, but I think he's just not going to get as many touches as he did last year for sure. I think they're going to give those third down, not the third down, but like the red zone touchdowns. They'll probably give him a little more to Gibbs this year, and I think he's just going to run away with it.
Yeah, catches the ball too. Anyone else have Gibbs?
I did.
No, mine's Derrick Henry.
I had Gibbs.
He averaged the highest yards per carry of his career last season with Baltimore, and he scored double-digit touchdowns at bare minimum 10 every season for the last 8 years. Like, you draft him in fantasy, you're right in the mix every year to have the fucking RB1 for the last however many years.
That's
like, and they want to save.
Why y'all keep trying to send me trade offers for him?
Yeah, that's fine. Hey, whatever. That's how it goes. But Derrick Henry's a fucking beast, man.
We passed around Derrick Henry a lot.
He's only wow, that's all right. He's just that guy, man. He defies everything about the age of the running back position. He's a Hall of Famer, like, for sure. He's just an absolute beast.
No question.
I got a bonus question.
I just think his floor is so safe. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting 10 touchdowns already on the floor, and then 1,000 yards at minimum. It's like, why he's so much better than that. He was like RB 2 or 3 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not just a bonus question. We all know Saquon did ungodly things last year. Where do we think he lands as far as fantasy running backs are concerned this year?
I'll tell you.
I would say third overall, maybe second.
4 or 5.
I could see that.
See, I think he's like not even in the top 15.
As long as
I agree with Drew, and I'll elaborate on that later.
If he stays healthy, I think he's definitely top 5 easily.
I would say I'm obviously the homer here. I'm saying top 10 is a reasonable way to put it if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
Really?
For sure. All right.
I mean, no, but there was some statistic where I saw where it was like something around the lines of like they took every running back in the history of the league that had over like 300 touches or some shit like that, like total or something. And then what they finished in fantasy the next year. And the best finish anybody had out of the 11 guys that had done it, and Saquon had the most of touches of anybody that was on this list because he had the most over 300, was like running back 15. Which means that a lot of these guys get hurt and stuff. And everyone's like, oh man, well, if Saquon could, if anyone could do it, it's Saquon. I'm like, that's what they said about Sean Alexander probably, and Eddie George, and Larry Johnson, and everybody else that did it.
What about Adrian Peterson? Was he on it?
No, but every running back the next year, the best. DeMarco Murray was on it the year that he was like, yeah, he had all those touches. Like, it's just all these backs the next year all turned in like RB 15 or worse performances because the workload the year before they clearly get hurt.
DeMarco Murray went to the Titans and like.
Either way, it's just the point is that when you get all those carries, why is it when you have over 300 carries and then 11 backs have done it, Saquon being the 11th, and every single year up until this point, the next season for fantasy, their finish is RB 15 or worse, going from like that's kind of an amazing statistic, no?
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I was like, I don't know. I mean, could Saquon break it? Sure, but the numbers aren't in his favor though.
Definitely not. Let's go with wide receiver 1, and let's start with Joe.
I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson. I want to say this will be the year for CeeDee Lamb, but I think with George Pickens, there's other options there. I think it'll be Justin Jefferson, just because, especially with Addison out, I think it's gonna be him, and I think JJ McCarthy is gonna rely heavily on him.
as all Vikings quarterbacks really do, you know.
Yeah.
Great pick there. Anyone else have Jefferson?
I also have Jefferson as well. I feel like he's the best wide receiver in the NFL, easily. And he's probably my favorite wide receiver in the NFL other than Mike Evans. So he's one of my favorite people to watch play. So
yeah,
I think he's going to kill it this year, personally, if he stays healthy.
All right, I'm going to go with Jamar Chase, the other obvious answer. And I'm going with him over Justin Jefferson simply because of volume, and they're going to be on offensive a lot because we'll sound like a broken record on this episode, but it's obvious the Bengals defense is just shit. So they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. I think Jamar just repeats. And you have him as well, Dan?
I do. I think Burrow's going to throw the shit out of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else have Chase?
Yeah, I do as well. I think a healthy Burrow coming into the year, they're just bound to light it up.
Yeah. Drew.
Puka.
Ooh.
Even with the addition of Devontae Adams.
Because of the addition of Devontae Adams, he's going to be the wide receiver one.
I love it.
The videos I've seen of him teaching Puka Nacua his sick ass releases and shit, and Puka's already that big body receiver, strong as a motherfucker. Like these releases that Devontae Adams is going to teach him and shit. Stafford's already got the chemistry with him. The first read on pretty much most of the plays is Puka. If he constantly gets open, like how Devontae Shelbs, coach him up and show him. It's like then Devontae's never really going to get the ball because he's already open. Throw it to him. It's just, and it opens things up. Puka's not going to be able to get doubled. He's not going to be able to get bracketed. He's not going to be able to do any of that shit. He's going to be able to just be fine. When he played last year, he was like RB or wide receiver 2 in like points per game or some shit like that. 25% target share like all day long.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Puka, he catches everything. He's tough as nails. Like the guy's
he
healthy.
Gets so much separation too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then he's going to get Devontae Adams' release package because he's not an egotistical fuck and actually like listens to the old give me Puka. That's the guy you want to root for. It's a non-diva receiver, just like Julio.
And he's
Mike Evans, baby. Mike Evans.
Yeah, right. Mike Evans, the boss too. Well, give me non-diva receivers all day long.
Yeah, Puka's in his year 3 too, which is
yeah.
The only thing that scares me with him is he seems to get injured a lot, but
he played through a lot.
He is tough as nails.
But last year he got hurt pretty decent.
I mean, he's got serious injuries though, which was scary. But
yeah,
I mean, if he's healthy, it's hard not to like that dude.
I'm rooting for him. I hope he is wide receiver 1. Seriously, I love that guy.
It seems like Stafford definitely knows how to get the best out of his number 1 wide receivers for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when Cooper Kupp, Megatron, I mean, all these guys seem to really flourish with him. So
he had legendary chemistry with Kupp.
Oh yeah, for sure.
First year, yeah. All right, tight end 1. Does anyone have Brock Bowers? We got 1. And we got 3 because I have him also. And I think what needs to be said other than the fact that I feel like this guy is an anomaly and he's just going to continue to eat in that offense. Obviously, they're going to be running the ball a lot more, but I still think that he's going to get the target share that's going to be much more different than any other tight end in the league.
I think they're still going to be throwing a lot. They're going to be behind.
They are. True.
It's not a good team.
Joe, anything to say that hasn't been said about Brock?
No, I agree. Unfortunately.
All right, Mike, why is your pick George Kittle?
Because he's our only receiver, Eric. I have to be a homer. I'm sorry.
I get it, man. He was
not a bad pick this year.
Yeah. He was getting pretty undervalued at this time last year too. Like I remember him and Ingram were getting picked around the same round, but they just turned out to be such a world's difference from each other. And Kittle is going to be a top 3 tight end, I feel. Colby, who do you have?
I got Laporta.
Okay.
I think he's going to have a big season. I think last year he kind of, didn't perform as well as he wanted to, and I think a lot of people forgot about him and how good he really is because he's great receiving, great at blocking. I mean, he's a great all-around tight end, and I just think he's going to flourish this year.
Do you think you're going to use less Jameson Williams?
I don't know. It's gonna be fun to see.
Yeah.
I just think Laporta is going to have a great year.
I hope so too. He's another dynasty guy I have. And Drew, who do you have?
McBride, my guy.
I like it.
That's my dude from day one. Loved McBride coming in. Have him. I'm in like 8 leagues, and we haven't had one draft yet. But like I got him in every 7 leagues. I have him. Like I go out of my way to make sure I get him. That's my guy.
Nothing wrong with that.
McBride's my dude from day one.
I hope he's good for you because that's a lot of commitment.
Oh yeah, dude, he's great. Like he's been money. I a lot of the leagues I either drafted him, which was fine, or like in one league, like I traded for him, like after like his rookie year when he didn't do shit, and I gave up like I think like Adam Thielen in like a 4th and got like him in a 3rd back, and then the next season he turned into fucking Trey McBride.
He drafted him last year on a plane.
Yeah, I did. That's right. I was getting off the plane when me and Colby's draft was going on.
He had Steve as his doing the draft. He's like,
I was texting him all the picks
he really wanted was McBride.
Yeah, Steve was just telling me, he was just texting me every name that got picked, and me and Esther are trying to like run off the plane and like get to customs and like they do all this shit while this draft is going on. I'm like making picks. She's annoyed with me. Like this is great.
Hilarious.
All right, overall fantasy player of the year, guys. Colby started off.
Oh, I missed this one. Overall, like MVP.
Yeah, like who's the best number 1 rank in fantasy for points?
Oh,
like
okay.
Lamar Jackson.
I'm gonna go Joe Burrow this year.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels for me.
Jaden Daniels for you, Drew?
Yeah, for all the reasons before.
Like it. Mike?
Gibbs.
Gibbs?
Oh.
Gibbs.
All right. Who said Gibbs? Okay.
Ooh.
I didn't think that was you. It didn't look like your mouth moved for some reason. Mike?
I got
Gibbs.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. All right. Repeat of the year before. And then Joe?
I mean, if you said whoever your QB1 is probably should be the number 1 because quarterbacks just score so many points, so I'll go with Burrow.
I like that too. I guess I didn't really think this one through because I put down Lamar Jackson, but since I have Burrow as my QB1, I don't know how it'd be one. I guess I would go with Burrow. I'm going to change it on the fly.
Come to the dark side.
All right. So let's think about our we're going to go with our breakouts right now. Okay. Let's start with our breakout player of the year. I'm going to start this one off, and it's for what we were saying before about Patrick Mahomes having kind of a resurgence with his passing game. I'm going with Xavier Worthy. I think that he has the skill set to really break out and even possibly have some shades of Tyreek Hill. I think his speed is just crazy. He runs a lot more routes than people give him credit for. And I think Xavier Worthy is going to be somebody who we are going to be talking about in maybe like a top 15 wide receiver, maybe even top 12. Yeah, top 12 wide receiver, I would say. Joe, who do you have? So
when I was thinking of this, I'm not looking for someone who's going to jump to like the top 5 of their position or top 10 even. Just, someone who breaks out of their shell and becomes a name. And this is a boomer bust, but I'm going to go with Cedric Tillman because what he showed for the few games before he got hurt was very impressive. Now I know it's Jameis Winston throwing it to him and he's just going to sling it and all that. But I think having Flacco on a team that a Browns team that will surprise people more than you think. I think he's going to have a good season where I think he could break 1,000 yards. So I'm going to say Cedric Tillman as a 1A. As a 1B, I'm going to go with J.J. McCarthy.
I like the Cedric Tillman pick a lot. I see a little bit of Nico Collins in him, but let's just see if like he can stay healthy and like maintain that same kind of momentum that he had over like that 6-game stretch. Mike, who do you have?
I got Trevion Henderson. I think by the end of the year this year, he's going to be a household name. He's just a playmaker, waiting to happen.
Fuck yeah, dude. I am a huge Trevion Henderson.
Me too.
Drew is a huge Trevion Henderson fan too, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to be used a lot out of the passing game, and you saw his breakaway speed. Like the very first preseason game, he had the fucking kick return, and it was just sensational. And you just kind of saw the levels of his skill set. You know how he was able to like just change directions and just take off. He has the ability to have those huge plays. You know, the home run ability. Yeah. I like that pick a lot. Colby, who do you have?
I like Emeka Mbuka a lot. I think with the way the Bucks draft wide receivers and their history of, seem to always hit a home run on all their guys. They got a great veteran mentor of Mike Evans, who's honestly one of the best wide receivers in the NFL still. So,
yeah.
I mean, with Chris Godwin hurt and not coming back for a little bit, and now McMillan got hurt, so I think he's going to step up and make a huge impact right away, and he's going to be a household name right away. I mean, he's got the body for the NFL. All his teammates are raving about him. He's making great catches in preseason already. I mean, it's hard not to like him and think that he's going to make an instant impact for that offense, which is already high-powered. So,
yeah. I love both those guys that you guys name. I love them. I think they're going to be great pros. And yeah. Drew.
I'm doing the same thing along Joe's lines. I'm going Marvin Mims because he's got the fucking skill set. We've seen it last year when he finally got playing time. He's playing in 2 wide receiver sets for Denver. He's a deep threat. When Sean Payton came into the team, we had 1 third-round pick was our first pick or whatever that he had because we didn't have the first and the second because we traded him for Russ. He took Marvin Mims. Like, the guy can play. He's just give him some time. He's just year 3, and hopefully he's going to be a like fantasy contributor. He could be a flex play, some shit like that this year.
I dig it, man. You saw Mims having huge plays on that run.
Right.
Broncos went on last.
You just need to hit one with him. Just he hits one, and you're like, okay, good.
Definitely.
You just don't know when they're coming.
Dan, who you got?
I may have misunderstood the assignment because all you guys took offensive players.
I put down offense or defense, so you having a defensive player is fine.
I think that Jalen Carter of the Philadelphia Eagles is going to prove that he is the best defensive lineman in all of football this year.
That's fair. I can see that.
I could see that too.
He might already be that, but yeah,
Georgia
really.
He might be.
He's damn good.
But I'm saying he takes the step where he's undeniable. This is my only homer pick of the whole day. I think it's a perfectly fair and logical one.
He is a fucking monster. No doubt about it. And you can play him anywhere on the defensive line.
Yep.
All right, breakout team of the year. Who you got? Colby, how about you start it off?
Well, I think the Giants are my breakout team this year.
What?
Yeah, I think
the
Giants. I think Giants are going to pull it together this year and win some games, and make a little more noise than a lot of people think. That's just my feelings on.
Colby,
how
knowing you as long as I have, this is the nicest thing you've ever said about the Giants.
I think Russell's a good quarterback, and I think he could win some games. I mean, if not, they can throw in Jameis. He can win some games. They got some talent, and I like Neighbors a lot. He's a great wide receiver. If their offensive line can hold up this year and they made a couple improvements. Hopefully it works out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could epically fail too. So
yeah, I'm really.
I think they're going to win some games.
That's fair. I didn't choose my New York Giants, but I say what Colby was saying. That defensive line is going to be fucking scary.
100%.
I think that we are going to give a lot of good quarterbacks, a lot of fits. I think that we're going to like be in a lot of games. I don't know how many we're going to win, but I think we're going to be in a lot of games. And yeah, I'm super excited for Cam Scatterbo. He was one of my favorite players to watch in college, and I'm so happy that he's a New York Giant. I think that he has just the skill set you want to see in somebody that's on Dynasty and in the NFL. Like he can do it all except pass block, but you know, I'm really excited about what is in the makings of the Giants. I just don't think it's their year. Anyone else have the Giants? Joe, who do you have?
Jacksonville. I think coming from where they were last year, I think they're going to be over 500. I think that'll be a breakout for them.
Nice. Mike, who do you have?
I have the Patriots and the Jaguars in the playoffs this year.
I love that. And
I'm with Mike there. I had a hard time picking between both of these teams. I think that the Patriots culture is going to be much better. I think that they end up making some noise, if not the playoffs. And I definitely think Jacksonville is going to win that division and change some minds about them.
Yeah, I have the Patriots also. I was considering the Jaguars, strangely enough, but yeah, I ultimately went with the Patriots. I think that they did so much good with their offensive line. Drake May is going to have so much more time to pass, and he's going to take a step forward. Travion Henderson is going to help out so much. This is a guy who hasn't fumbled his entire fucking college career, and they're putting him in there instead of the guy that led the league in fumbles. I think that speaks volumes. He's going to be a weapon for him. I really, really, really like Kyle Williams, and I'm sure that gets under Mike's skin because he hates the other Kyle Williams that was on the Niners. But Kyle Williams from Washington State, he's so good at coming off the line, creating separation, yards after the catch. He's physical. I think that he's going to be a difference maker too. Maybe not right away, but eventually he will. And yeah, this is a team that I'm really personally excited about, and I think they are going to be a wild card team. Yep. Anyone not share their breakout team of the year?
No, mine's the Patriots too.
Yeah.
So Dan made my case.
Sweet. There we go, guys. All right. Let's go with our biggest bust that we have for this year. I'll start this one off. My biggest bust this year is someone that we were already talking about. It's Saquon Barkley, and it has nothing to do with his talent. It has to do with the fact that he had 345 rushes last year. He was overworked as fuck. I think he's bound to go down, and yeah, he's not going to be worth the first round draft capital that everyone is drafting him at.
I think y'all are a bunch of fucking haters. I hope he goes for 2,000 again.
Let's see. Mike, who do you have?
So this isn't. It's kind of off script a little bit, but it was like as far as the draft went, I had Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is going to be a bust.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you think that it's going to be him, or is it the lack of weapons on offense? Do you think it's?
I think it's going to be him. I watched him a lot in college, and I just never saw that clutchness to him that I like to see in a quarterback. Don't get me wrong; he might be a fantasy guy. He might put up points, but like in big games,
Yeah, I remember him losing in that Syracuse game. If I had to point to anything where he kind of gave up. If you remember watching that game, Mike.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Miami, so fuck him.
All right, asshole. Who do you have as your biggest bust, Dan?
Aaron Rodgers.
I think that's something we can all get behind.
Yeah, fuck Aaron Rodgers.
I just think that, he's not going to be worth a single red cent. I think if he plays the whole season, I'll be shocked. It'll be the biggest waste of time the Steelers ever fucking did.
I've never seen that organization be more dysfunctional than it is right now. Like
currently, correct.
They've always had it figured out, I feel like, until now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just kind of a mess at quarterback. Ever since Big Ben was out, they just haven't. You thought that, I feel like they were kind of a total homer with drafting Pickett because he played in Pittsburgh and they were watching a lot, and I feel like they were kind of doing a favor, but that just turned out to be a fucking
Super Bowl champion, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was a backup on the Eagles last year.
He played. Mm-hmm.
All right. What we got? Colby.
So I don't think he's going to be a bust per se, but I think for where people are drafting him, they're going to be disappointed, and that's Genty. I think he's not going to be – people are going to take him very high, and I think he's going to wind up not being as high as a lot of people think he's going to be with how bad the rating.
Do you see it kind of the same way that what happened to Marv last year?
Yeah, I think with all the hype around him, a lot of people are going to think he's going to be the number one back, and they're going to be pretty disappointed when he's not.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that offensive line sucks, and that's going to be his issue.
Yeah, I feel like I think you can get better running backs in the first round than risking getting him just because he's the new number one guy.
I agree with that.
Talking about.
You're gonna have to put some work into that line for sure. Although I feel like he's somebody that kind of creates his own opportunities.
And if he is playing well, the other thing is they're just going to stack the box on him. They're not going to let him win.
Mm-hmm.
If that's their only weapon, they're just going to put 8 men in the box, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Joe.
The bust is going to be every damn player on the Cowboys. I'm done with them.
Yes, attaboy Joe.
I'm going all in on the Knicks this year.
Oh
yeah, go Knicks, baby.
All right.
Although I wish we still had Julius Randle. Not gonna lie.
I mean, same, but you know what? I'm used to disappointment.
I can't stand Big Cat, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I agree.
He is such a bum, dude. He's the softest 7-footer I've ever watched play basketball.
Yeah, Embiid has always made him his bitch. Always.
Yeah, when Embiid's on the field, but
I just can't get behind 7-footers who want to majority of the time shoot the three. I just can't do it.
It's the new era big man.
Yeah.
We're living in.
They suck.
All right. Rounding this up, we got offensive rookie of the year.
Trevion.
This one, I feel like the best performing rookie this year is going to be Travion Henderson.
Yes.
But I went with Cam Ward because it just seems like the quarterback wins it every single year. That's really my justification for that.
I like Omari and Hampton, man. I think he's going to sneak in there and do some things. I love Genty, but for all the reasons you guys said before, I just don't think he's going to – I don't think he's going to break out the first year. I think eventually he'll get there because he's got so much talent. I just think Hampton's in a good system, and I think he's going to be
I love Hampton a lot. When I was looking at him pre-draft, he was the one that just kind of popped off the page for me. He could just do everything so well. And I loved where he went to. My only concern is Rashawn Slater going down because he's one of the best tackles in the NFL. So I'm just hoping that he can still get good enough protection to really go off. But yeah, I'm totally rooting for Omari and Hampton.
I took Trevion over Hampton when I had the chance.
Yeah, Drew, who do you have?
Travion.
Travion?
Yeah, Mike said all the stuff I was going to say earlier. So,
Colby.
I got a Mecca still.
Thought so. Mike, do you have a Travion?
No, I have Hampton. I think Travion will be explosive, but I think Hampton will get a lot more volume. And Jim Harbaugh loves to run the ball all day. So,
fuck yeah, that's 100% true. And Joe.
I mean, before I said I thought, as far as fantasy football would be Genty, but I want to jump on the Hampton bandwagon here too, because I had originally it was between those two, so I'm going to jump on the bandwagon with everyone else.
I swung
the majority
Hampton bust argument, huh?
No, I had both of them. I want to be part of the crowd. I want to know what it's like to win.
All right, well, we'll see how the Knicks do then.
Well, maybe Brady will come to the Cowboys one day.
Listen, this is my year for Notre Dame and the Knicks. No Cowboys.
Notre Dame, I think they have a really good shot, actually.
Depends on their quarterback, CJ Carr. If he can be as good as Riley Leonard, if not better, I think they have a chance.
All right, finally we have league MVP. I went with Lamar Jackson here because I feel like, Josh Allen won it last year. I think that Lamar could end up being QB1. And yeah, I think that he could win it. I know it doesn't really align with my quarterback one, but I don't know. It always seems to be between Lamar and Josh Allen. Dan?
I was torn on this one, and it was neither Lamar nor Josh Allen.
Jalen Hurts.
I don't think Jalen Hurts. At least I'm realistic about my team.
I am too. I hate my team.
Here's the deal. I think that Joe Burrow is going to be the MVP, but I think Jared Goff's going to give him a real run for his money.
I like it. Colby.
I'm going to be a homer here and go with my guy, Baker Mayfield.
Baker. Oh.
I think he could set the world on fire this year and put Bucks on the map and make people, remember how good of a quarterback he is.
He's just not a stat guy, and it's stats.
I take my shade back that I threw at Dan. I take all that shade back.
I just don't think he's got the stats that line up against those other guys, and I love Baker.
Yeah, you're probably right, but, it's a homer pick.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. It's definitely not. He puts up crazy numbers, yeah, but, yeah, Dan's got a point. I don't know if he puts up the same numbers as, the top three guys. Mike, who do you have?
Lamar Jackson. All reasons I said before.
Yep. Joe?
I'm going to be a homer here, and no, I'm not. I'm not going to pick that. As much as I think Burrow's going to have the better numbers and everything, the good thing about MVP is it's not just based on your stats. So I think it's going to be Lamar. I think they're going to correct their mistake from last year and give it to him again.
But I'm also of the mind that Cincinnati's going to win that division, and if they do win that division, Burrow's going to.
I could see that.
Make a case.
I could see that for sure.
Did the Eagles and the Bengals play this year? Because if that's the case, then Jalen Carter will end Joe Burrow's, and he'll just be so emasculated after playing against Jalen Carter that he'll,
Don't get mad.
Jake Browning will have to start.
Oh man, that would destroy your world, Dan. Holy shit!
Thank goodness they don't play.
Drew, who do you got?
Bo Nix, homer pick.
Mother.
I love it.
Let's fucking go. It's Bo time.
All right. Well, I feel like I should have been more of a homer in some of my picks. Yeah,
Neighbors was right there for you.
Got to be a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, you didn't say one thing about Neighbors.
Tyrone Tracy.
I mean, he's great.
He would have been a good pick for wide receiver 1 this year.
I just don't see him eclipsing Jamar with the volume that he's going to get. And I think that
he could get a lot of touches.
Giants defense might be pretty hard to score on. Yeah. So
Theo Johnson. Let's go.
Theo Johnson. Yeah, I'm excited for him too if he can stay healthy. All right, guys, we're going to close this out with our Super Bowl matchup. Joe, you started off.
Well, you know what? I haven't been a homer at all this whole podcast, so maybe I'll switch it around now. And,
God!
Pick the team that I actually trust and I like, and I'll pick the Ravens.
Ravens
team number 2. Homer for my team number 2.
Against who?
Oh, against I don't know. I haven't. Sorry, I must have missed. I just put who I thought would win. All right, so if we're picking someone from the NFC, let's give it to Detroit. Let's see them get it on there. Sorry, Colby. I think the Bucs will do something in the playoffs, but I think ultimately it'll be Detroit.
The Ravens win it,
and I'm down with that. I'd be cool with that.
I like it. All right, Mike, your Super Bowl matchup and Super Bowl champion.
I have the LA Rams versus the Kansas City Chiefs, with the Kansas City Chiefs winning.
Wow.
More of the same.
Throwback.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Taylor-rific Super Bowl. Son of a fucking bitch.
Maybe Kelsey and Swift will get married at the halftime. Like they'll just cancel Jay-Z or whoever's doing it.
I'm here for it.
The halftime shows of marriage. That'd be pretty cool.
Jay-Z will be the officiant.
Wow. That would be elaborate. That's for sure. I'd get Kendrick singing them to the altar. Colby, who do you got?
I got Bengals Bucks, and the Bengals winning it.
Wow. That is a wild card Super Bowl right there.
That's a lot of B's, too.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals are going to be really good this year, personally.
I love it. Drew, who do you have? Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos over Philly, 21-19.
I actually have the same Super Bowl. I tried to rack my brain for somebody other than Philadelphia, but I still think Philly's the best team in the NFC. And I think that the Broncos have something special brewing, and I think that they're going to make a wild run through the AFC playoffs. But the Eagles ultimately come out back-to-back champs.
I think the Eagles get beat by the Bucs.
Yeah, you probably thought that last year too.
Yeah, it didn't work out last year, but
I feel like the Eagles have an up year than a mediocre year. Like, wasn't it 2 years they were talking about totally imploding, and then they had this good year? But 3 years ago they were the darlings again. I feel like that's what happens with the Eagles. So they might come back to earth this season, Dan. Just saying.
I think they improved in the draft. I think they lost some pieces, but I still think they're the best team in the NFC.
I was there for Jalen Hurts' rookie season, and they were booing him so loud that, telling me need to give the ball to who was your running back at that time?
DeAndre Swift.
Miles.
There's Miles Sanders.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're like, give the ball to Miles. They were all screaming and throwing shit at him. It was hilarious. Now he's the best thing ever.
I think they were homer for Miles Sanders too, because he was a Penn State guy. Yeah,
They were.
My Super Bowl matchup is going to be the runner-up teams from last year. I think the Bills against the Lions. It's also a hopeful Super Bowl. It's like a working-class Super Bowl. It'd be really fun, entertaining to see that, small market teams. And I think that this is going to be the year the Bills get over the hump. I'm going to be real fucking ballsy. I'm going to have them as the 2026 Super Bowl champions.
If I'm wrong, I hope you're right.
Yeah.
If that's the case and the Bills make the Super Bowl, then I want to change my answer to I actually think then the Cowboys will make it and they'll stop them just like they did in 92 and 93.
Yeah. I mean, this is a real thing.
Because I'm sadistic and petty.
Mm-hmm. They definitely destroyed Jim Kelly's spirit. Poor guy. Never the same again.
Or if the Bills were going to win a Super Bowl, I'd love for it to be over the Cowboys, and I love a great revenge story. Because, again, I'm petty.
Yeah.
We know.
Hey, Mike, you had a little week 1 bet you wanted to share with us?
I did, but I didn't even get the time to put anything together. So maybe when you post this, we'll attach it or something.
All right, man. Just feel free to share that with me. I'll share it with everybody else. And yeah, I think that we have said our piece today about the NFL season. Guys, for all of you that still remain here, I don't know what the fuck happened to Drew. Is there anything y'all would like to plug?
No.
Not right now.
No. Okay.
No, just chilling, relaxing. I'm actually trying to like do less things outside of work. Like there's this time where I was like, I got to do all the things and accomplish all the things. But right now I'm trying to just relax a little bit, spend time with my wife, spend time with our pets, and not put myself into an early grave.
Well, if you guys do ever need some GM parts, let me know. I got you.
What was that?
I said if you guys ever need some GM parts for cheaper, let me know. I don't know if you guys ever have car problems or anything. I can get you some nice GM products. So
I drive foreign.
Well, sure. in the same vein, if you need a prenup or a divorce, give me a call.
Can you get a prenup after you already got married?
Yeah, it's called a postnuptial.
I guess I can say if any of y'all want to start a dispensary or a micro business, hit me up.
I think the market's getting too saturated. I mean, it's to a point where there's one.
It absolutely fucking is, bro.
I think everyone was trying to get in the market, but it took so much like paperwork and red tape. So now they're finally, a lot of people are getting approved, but so many people are already in the market that it's saturated now.
I think illegal is the way to go.
Thanks, Colby. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. That was Colby, by the way. That wasn't me. As always, follow us on Instagram at Smarknado, on Twitter at Smarknado1. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and go check out our QR code right there. Check out all our shit. And yeah, anything left for us, Dan?
I actually do have something something to plug-ish, but in the upcoming weeks, there will be a debut that I will be announcing. No, I'm not having another child. Don't worry.
Myrtle over there.
No. I will announce that I am getting a vasectomy to the world. That's fine. But no,
you have to do it. You have to do that during March Madness. That's the number. Like the rates go up because people have stuff to do. They can just sit around and watch March Madness. So actually, studies show that most people get their vasectomies. A majority get them during March Madness. There's like a
you
spike.
had that stat so at the ready, like
it was so at the ready. It was on either John Oliver or Jon Stewart, one of the Johns. They brought it up, or maybe it was even Stephen Colbert, some late night thing that me and my wife watch. But it's it's good to know. It's good to know about other people's vasectomies and when they do it.
But truly, I will have an announcement coming soon, and stay fresh, cheese bags.